Alright, continuing. We're back to looking at the pattern stack. So we can't get the 7 if we're doing the G. We would have to do this pattern stack here, okay? But before we get into that, without doing that, I'd like to explain what this chart's all about. Alright? Wanted to get these guys up here. I guess we have to zoom out. What we have here is the 7 modes. You can make those 7 modes just by deriving it. So I'm on a C here. Okay, I'm going to go a major third, and then from that I'm going to go a minor third. There's my C triad. Okay, well, that's later in the song, but yeah. So what are we talking about? Oh yeah, that you can build these things. You can build these triads. So the major is a major third, a minor third, and then after the 5th. So it's the root, and then a major third, and then the 3rd, and then a minor third, and then the 5th. And then even this explains, for all of them except the Locrian, you just go a perfect 4th from the 5th, and you go to the top. Okay, Dorian, 2. Now we go a minor third. Okay, that's a minor third. You gotta have that minor third if you're doing minor, right? But then, since you've just lowered that third in the middle, this is going to be a major third to the 5th, right? But keeping it in terms of the root key of C. So the Dorian isn't just, hey, this is D minor, this is the 1st of D minor, this is the 3rd of D minor, this is the 5th. Don't look at it that way at first, you know. I'm not ready to look at it that way. What I look at it as the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th of the parent key. That way, on my patterns here, if I have root here, I know if I want to play that D minor thing, I'm going to do a 2, a 4, and a 6. And today I'm just going to talk about arpeggios. So it's legal, let's say, in just arpeggios. It's okay to go 2, 4, 6. All right. We don't have to go 2, 4, 6. We don't have to play a chord right now, because I'm talking about playing tritone. What it is let's say we wanted to play just triads. Okay, so we're over here. I'm not going to put this guy up here anymore because we can't zoom in on him. But we're over here. Say we just want to play triads. So it'd be root 3, 5. Well, what do we got here? A 3 there, a 5 there, and a root. Okay. So we want to play arpeggios rather, not triads. We don't want to play the chords yet, because everybody can play the chords. Hey, here's the chords. I can't play them. We don't want to play chords because we know how to play chords. That's all everybody ever plays at first with guitar is chords. We want to play arpeggios. So we covered that in the previous lesson, where you've got in the S2L, which is one of the building blocks here, we have that 3, 5 root right there, right? And then when you go to over here to the S3L, which could be stacked on top of that, 2, 3, 4 will sit right on top of 6, 7 R. As a matter of fact, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, it's easy. You know you're crossing into the new pattern when you have a repeat, a mirror image almost of the interval, whole step, half step. Because when you go into this one, half step, whole step, guess what? half step, whole step right up there. 7R, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a little thing to let you know, hey, that's fun, that's where you are, but don't let it mess you up. So in the S3L, we've got our 3-5 root. Again, another first inversion major triad. Okay, so I was good with that. You know. Let's see if we're doing. Okay, so I want to do that 3-5 root. Okay, now from there, I'm going to do the going into this guy 3-5 root. And I had to just hit the warp there, but that works, see? Da, da, da. Easy enough, but what happens when we want to play the Dorian minor, the Phrygian minor third, the Mixolydian major? What if we want to play the whole scale? The mix is going to start on 5. Isn't it easy if you stick to the major key? So if there's nothing, there's no sharps or flat, you're in the key of C. Start, you know, on a 5 anywhere, as long as you have the notes to play. Sorry, where was I with that C? Anyway, still in the key of C. So I started on the 5th. We didn't have a C. It's way down there. We're tuned down a little too far there. All right. So that's where I came up with this idea. Okay, to build these things at first, because I'm never going to remember, oh, 2, 4, 6. Oh, wait, no, it's 3, 5, 7 for the third minor. Oh, wait, but the fourth Lydian, fourth major, fourth, is for 6 root. How am I going to remember where all these little different configurations are? You know, so I had to go back to remembering where the numbers are on these little scales right here, these little building blocks. These two guys right here are all you really have to know where the numbers are, believe me. Everything else follows from there. Because, and we're getting off the track here, because I wanted to show you this. And this is, you can do it through intervals. So let's say we want to play a Mixolydian major. You start on the 5th, you go a major third up to that, go to the 7th. That's the 5th of the root. A major third up to that, you go to the 7th, you go to a minor third to the 2nd. And you can look at it, you just start on the 5th, go a major third, which is right where? Right here, major third. Okay, it's kind of diagonally right over, and you go a minor third from that guy, which would be over here. You can build it like that. So it's worthwhile looking at this. Well, it's easy. A major chord, which is your Aeolian. I didn't write Aeolian up here. Aeolian, your Lydian. I left the Lydian out. Isn't that wonderful? You know, aren't I stupid? You know, they did this to me in grade school. They read it back to the class and they realized I intentionally left out some things in the punishment assignment. But Timmy didn't. Timmy wrote it all. He became a dentist. So here we go with also the Lydian. I'm sorry I haven't shown the Lydian. But the major is always going to be starting from where you're starting from, a major third and then a minor third. From the minor third, there's going to be a perfect fourth up to the root, up to, you know, so it would be up to the next 5th. Phrygian minor, it would be a minor third from the 3rd to the 5th, then a major third from the 5th to the 7th, and then a perfect fourth from the 7th on up to the 3rd here. And remember the 7, 7, 1, 2, 3, 7.